So, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with us for Ayurveda webinar by Karunamayi Holistic. And I welcome Dr. Vikram Chauhan from Planet Ayurveda, who is a renowned Ayurvedic medical doctor, who studied Ayurvedic medicine from India, to share with us wisdom about autoimmune diseases and how Ayurveda helps and what are the reasons for it. He's also CEO of a herbal company, Planet Ayurveda. He also has his own academy, Planet Ayurveda Academy, where he also is actively teaching Ayurvedic courses. So I welcome him today on our platform to share more wisdom about how Ayurveda can help with autoimmune diseases. And just as a little note, he has helped many people recover from many critical diseases like ITP, low platelets, IBS, and liver cirrhosis with his Ayurvedic treatments. So I welcome him. And this is not any medical advice specific to any person. It's just for general information. So thank you, everybody, for being here. So Dr. Chauhan, I pass you on the mic. Thank you.
Thank you, Gauri, for this elaborate introduction. And I thank you for inviting me for this webinar. So the topic is very interesting topic, autoimmune disorders. We're going to talk about this today. Autoimmune, the name says auto and immune. So something is happening automatically, which is happening in our immune system and causing a disease. That is called autoimmune disease. It is a kind of confusion in our immune system. And our immune system starts attacking our own cells or organs, particular type of cells. According to the cells or the organ immune system is attacking, we name the disease. For example, if our immune system is attacking our liver, then it is called autoimmune hepatitis. Similarly, there are other autoimmune disorders, if it is attacking our platelet, it is called thrombocytopenia, idiopathic autoimmune thrombocytopenia. There are so many autoimmune disorders. For example, psoriasis, nephrotic syndrome, autoimmune hepatitis, ulcerative colitis, nephrotic syndrome, and which is scleroderma is also very common nowadays, and multiple sclerosis also happening, especially in the Western world, sarcoidosis. So many diseases are there. And why this is happening? What is the cause? But normally the doctors in the modern world, they say it is autoimmune, and there is no explanation why our immune system starts to attack our own cells, our own tissues. So in Ayurveda, it is mentioned that this is happening because if some antigen or some protein molecule or some endotoxin from our gut, from our digestive system, goes into our blood, and then our immune system reacts to it. And if the shape or size or the overall picture of that molecule resembles any of our organs, then our immune system gets confused. And then our army attacks that antigen also, and also that particular organ. So that's why it is called autoimmune disorder. So the molecules which are formed in our gut, how they are formed, why they are formed. Such molecules which are not completely metabolized, they are not end metabolites, they are intermediate metabolites. That means faulty digestion, wrong digestion. And whenever the digestion is not proper and we eat something which is not compatible to each other, in Ayurveda, there is concept of incompatible foods. So if we eat something incompatible, for example, we are drinking milk and we are taking some lemon also, or we are eating cheese and taking some tomatoes also with that. So tomatoes and cheese is not a good combination. Mangoes and milk is not a good combination according to Ayurveda. Anything sour with milk is not milk product. Ice cream with any lemon drink or lemonade is not a good combination. Cheese with lemonade is not a good combination. Tomato sauce with any milk product is not a good combination. Any, for example, fish with milk product is not a good combination. That can lead to autoimmune disorders like leukoderma, like psoriasis, like all such scleroderma, alopecia areata. So many autoimmune disorders they can develop from such incompatible foods. And our digestive system, you can imagine it is just like a pan, like a cooking pan. And the fire under the pan is our digestive fire. If we put some too much of water in the pan and little bit of food, then still it is not properly cooked. The food is not cooked because the water is too much. And if you don't put any water, still the food is not properly cooked. So similarly, if we are eating food and a lot of water we drink, then the digestive fire is not able to digest it. Or if you are consuming a lot of liquids, a lot of cold drinks, sometimes along with our hot food, we are consuming cold drinks like beer, like Coca-Cola, or some soft drinks like some lemonade or some cold drinks with ice. That is a faulty combination that leads to disturbance of our digestive fire. And then we are not able to digest the food or cook the food properly. Our body is made up of the cells from our food. Whatever food we eat, it is converted into our cells by our heat of the body, or the digestive fire of the body, or the digestive enzymes of the body, of the gut. So if they are not properly cooked, and if we put too much liquid in that, or cold liquid, sometimes people eat a lot of food and after that they eat cold ice cream, so that the digestive fire goes out. Sometimes people eat a lot of food and then they sleep immediately, especially in the night. So the digestive fire goes down. So it is the lack of digestive fire, or it is called Agni in Ayurveda. Agni, the concept of Agni is there. So the digestive fire, weak digestive fire, is not cooking the food properly, and that leads to formation of these endotoxins, half-cooked food. And the endotoxins are called ama. In Ayurveda, there is a concept called ama. So these half-cooked food or half-cooked juice goes into the blood, that is called ama, and that ama is full of antigens, or the molecules which are mimicking the shape and structure of our healthy tissues. And those molecules which are intermediate metabolites, they are attacked by our immune system, and to neutralize them, in the same process the body attacks the other tissues which are resembling those metabolites. So then this autoimmune system starts. So this disorder begins. So if the molecule is resembling the shape of the nerves, then there is birth of multiple sclerosis. If the shape of the molecule is relating to the skin, then there is birth of psoriasis. So similarly, all other disorders like colitis, inflammatory bowel disease, vasculitis, lupus, nephrotic syndrome, thrombocytopenic purpura, Behcet disease, vasculitis, rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatism also is an autoimmune disorder, ankylosing spondylitis. All these problems there happening, especially in the Western world, in America, Canada, Europe, in the developed world. Why so? Why in the developed world? Because of the food habits in those countries. Because of too much milk and milk products are being consumed there, heavy food and non-vegetarian food is being consumed there. Non-vegetarian food along with so many milk products. So that causes confusion in the immune system, and that leads to autoimmune disorders. The incidence of autoimmune disorders is very less in countries where dairy and meat products are not consumed or less consumed. So, because dairy and meat products, they are heavy, they are difficult to digest. They need a lot of digestive fire in our body to burn it, to convert it into the juice. So, if we eat heavy food and if we are not taking care of our diet properly, then we can suffer from autoimmune disorders. So Ayurveda lays emphasis on maintaining our Agni or digestive fire, and also maintaining a good eating habits and avoiding incompatible foods. So Ayurveda says 1/3 of our stomach should be filled with the food, 1/3 with the water, and 1/3 it should be left empty so that it can be cooked properly. So what people do, they fill the stomach up to here, up to the chin, and there is no space for anything else, for the air or the movement or the digestive enzymes. And after some time, they drink a lot of alcohol or beer or some cold drinks, and the digestive fire is out. And this leads to all the health problems. Sometimes constipation, sometimes acidity, sometimes acidity, and this constipation. These are the first stages of development of this indigestion and ama formation. So this ama, what is ama? Ama is a kind of sticky substance like a mucus. It is formed in the gut because of low digestive fire. So this is how the birth of autoimmune disorders takes place, and how we can correct it. The first step is, in modern medicine, what happens? Doctors, they give immunosuppressant. It is like a nuclear bomb. We are just suppressing the immune system. We are just not modulating the immune system, or not trying to guide our soldiers not to attack ourselves. We are just killing them, or we are just stopping them completely to take any action. That is immunosuppression. So immunosuppression leads to a lot of other problems like commonly caused infections. So immunosuppression is not a good idea. It's a temporary solution to save our own tissues. But in that case, our own immunity goes down. In Ayurveda, what we do, we increase the fire, or we regulate the fire. We give ghritam, oils, butter oil, just so that the fire is in control. We give panchakarma. We do panchakarma is cleansing. We guide the patient what to eat according to his prakriti, according to his own constitution, or according to his own nature, or his likings or dislikings, or we can guide the patient individually what he should eat or what he should not eat, and regulate his digestive fire, and regulate his stomach acidity, and regulate his constipation and the bowel movement, so that he doesn't suffer from any gas, bloating, acidity, and constipation, and all ama formation. There are certain signs and symptoms we can check in the body whether there is ama or no ama. So there are certain symptoms also. The ama, where the patient is complaining of ama formation, we can analyze by asking some questions. So this is how we can analyze. And we have certain herbs which are helping to fight various autoimmune disorders. I am seeing in my patient, a lot of patients suffering from autoimmune disorders, and I'm getting very good results. I'm practicing in India from last 22 years. And Every day I see about 40, 50 patients on weekdays, and Sundays I am doing this. So I am spreading a lot of, I'm trying to spread a lot of word about Ayurveda. So I thank Gauri also in helping me in this task, so that more and more people can know the ancient aspects of healing, and how we can heal, and how we should know which are compatible foods and which are incompatible foods. And different simple herbs like ginger and giloy and bringraj, tulsi, they are ashwagandha. We are using these herbs to regulate the immune system and help the patient in finding a solution in Ayurveda. So this was in brief about how the autoimmune disorders are formed and how we can correct them. We can take the questions now. Yes.
Can everybody raise their hands one by one, based on who has a question? And then we can start taking questions one by one. So anyone who has a question, please raise your hand, and then I will pass on the mic to you so you can start, you can say your question. So anyone has a question?
I think we can open up their, we can ask them to open up their cameras so that I can see them. Yes. Hello, Amrita.
Hi, Amrita. You have a question?
I was expecting you. I was remembering you last time. You had a very nice background with the beach. So anybody interested to know about this autoimmune disorders, anybody suffering from, in their near and dear ones, suffering from rheumatoid arthritis or some ankylosing spondylitis or something? Hello, Mel. Hi.
Hello. do have a question for you. I wondered, how effective is it if you just change diet and are not taking herbs? Will that still create a good environment in your gut?
It is very, very effective. If your diet is also, because in your diet also you are consuming a lot of herbs. You are consuming turmeric, you are consuming ginger, you are consuming a lot of things. So you can balance it. Basically in Ayurveda, we are balancing the doshas, three doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So if how they are imbalanced, they get imbalanced because of our diet. And if we improve our diet, if we take care of our diet, definitely we can take care of everything. And moreover, these herbs, they are like food. They are not something, they are some specialized food. So it's not harmful if we take some help of some herbs also, if needed.
So we would just need to know, I think I'm mostly kapha. I would need to know when I speak to you privately what the proper combination and how much of each I need every day.
Kapha, the properties
with
of
my
kapha.
food.
Yes, I can tell here also, the properties of kapha is heavy and greasy and cold. These are the properties, main properties. Slow and dull. These are the properties. Kapha people are like this. They are heavy, they are patient, they are determined, they are deep thinkers. So this their metabolism is slow. They have difficulty in losing weight. They can suffer from high cholesterol, the slow metabolism, water retention. This is what kapha is about. They have difficulty in losing weight. Their digestive fire is low, and difficult to move them. And they have good sound sleep. So this is what is kapha. And what we can do to melt the kapha. Kapha is heavy and just like cheesy and greasy. So how we can, which herbs? Herbs which are having properties which are heating, to melt kapha, we need something to heat, like oil, like butter oil, like butter. We just put the butter in the pan and we heat it up, so it goes away. Similarly, we need massage, regular massage to friction. We need to exercise, massage and exercise so that our basic metabolic rate goes up. Kapha people, they have low BMR. So, and how we can raise the BMR? Like this: exercising, massage, and also consuming herbs like ginger, which are heating. Anything which is heating, not spicy, but heating in general. So ginger is one of the best herbs. Turmeric, black pepper, and cleansing with triphala. Triphala is also very good for the kapha because it is cleansing. It is good for all doshas. Triphala. Three means three. Phala means fruits. 3 fruits. These 3 fruits are Haritaki, Vibhitaki, and Amalaki. So we have a powder of these 3 fruits. So if you ask me whether we should use herbs or not, so these are the 3 fruits, which are real fruits, which are growing on the trees. So if we take the fruits and dry them up and we can grind them and make powder, so how they become a medicine? They are still the fruits, right? So that is what Ayurveda is about. It is living in harmony with nature, living in close contact with nature. So these 3 fruits, they are wonderful. They can clean the colon, they can reduce the cholesterol, they're very good for gas and bloating also. Anti-aging, the best anti-aging formula is Triphala. Good for the eyes.
Do you export your herbs? Good for the eyes.
Richest source.
Do you export your herbs?
Yes. I export. Yes.
You do to Canada. Okay.
I am exporting everywhere. I didn't advertise this. I told you last time too. I think you are very few people here, participants. I didn't advertise to my patients. I have a lot of patients there, and I'm not available for consultations for 2 months. I'm all booked. So, but I love to talk about Ayurveda. So that's why Gauri also loves to talk about Ayurveda. So I am coordinating with her. She's spreading the word at her own level. Next time, if you want, I can advertise and I can bring in more people. Yeah. I didn't know that it is going to be like very few people. Otherwise, if I advertise at my website, I think there will be many more. And that becomes interesting. Last month, the same topic was covered by some Russian organization, and they advertised for me. There were like more than 250 people at the same time. So, but it's okay.
So, can I ask you another question?
Yes.
So, if we have an autoimmune disease, or if it's developing in us, so let's say we already have it for a few months, can Ayurvedic medicine get rid of it? Can it turn it around so that we're back to not having that disease?
Yes, this is the topic.
Okay.
This is what I'm talking about. We are not born with autoimmune disease. It is a disorder. If something is in disorder, we can make it in orderly manner. We can correct it using our mind, using our thoughts, using our knowledge and wisdom, ancient wisdom. So it's a wonderful science. I have seen miracles happening in my life. There was one lady, she had rheumatoid arthritis, and it was affecting her fingers, and her finger was bent like this. And even I didn't believe that I can correct it. But in 6 years of continuous treatment, her finger was straight. And I was amazed to see that. She continued my treatment for 6 long years. So there are diseases like ulcerative colitis. I have put a lot of videos of my patients. I'm seeing around 15 patients of ulcerative colitis every day, every single day. 15 patients from different part of the world. Ulcerative colitis is a very difficult to treat, difficult to manage disease. And so many people are cured. And also ITP, thrombocytopenia. So good results. I'm getting very good results. Psoriasis. Psoriasis can be completely cured. It is written in Ayurveda also, it can be cured. And people are struggling with psoriasis. So it's miracles are happening.
I think it's more like a miracle for people who don't know Ayurveda. For people who know Ayurveda, that's not a miracle. They know that it is possible.
When I was studying, I was also very much not so confident when I was studying like 25 or 30 years ago. I was studying when I was a student. I studied a lot of modern medical system during that time. And I was slowly, when I started practicing and started seeing the results, I shifted completely to Ayurveda. And now I'm seeing miracles happening myself every day.
I think Amrita has a question.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your wisdom. Appreciate it. I had I'm a person who's been taking ginger for, I don't remember how many years, every morning with tea. And then suddenly my body said no. And then 4 months later, started again. So I was interested in the combination of foods. Like, is there somewhere that we could find out where the combination of foods can, is there an encyclopedia or something? And my second question was, I didn't understand properly. You said molecules resembling organs, and those are the organs that are affected. Could you please elaborate on that?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll do that. Regarding the properties of food, whether we have a simple concept in Ayurveda, this food item is it heating or is it cooling? When we eat something, our body knows, our body tells us it is producing heat or it is cooling. So these properties, when you know the basic concepts of Ayurveda, basic concepts of your prakriti, your nature, your physical constitution, then you can yourself experience when you are eating ginger too much, when you are eating spices too much. Of course, you start to feel heat or the burning hair in your esophagus. So that can cause gastritis also, too much heat. So all the food items, you should try to evaluate yourself. Whenever you put them in the mouth, you should know whether it is heating or it is cooling. So this is the best way. For example, you put some black pepper or some chilies. Some people, they say Ayurveda doesn't work. I said, just put in some black pepper and ginger in your mouth and you tell me whether it is working or not working. It works in seconds. And some green chilies also. So they're heating. Similarly, we have herbs like coconut water. If you drink coconut water, it is cooling. So these are the principles we are using in Ayurveda for healing. If somebody is suffering from gastritis, somebody is suffering from acidity, from burning sensation here, we ask them to drink some coconut water, empty stomach. The heat will be balanced. If we sometimes tell them to drink some pumpkin juice, ashgard juice, aloe vera juice, all these things are cooling in nature. So there are certain books also available over. You can buy my book also. I wrote a book also, Ayurveda, God's Manual for Healing. Ayurveda, God's Manual.
Is it
It's
available?
available at Amazon also.
Okay.
You can look for it. So I explained the basic principles, or at my website also, planetayurveda.com. God's Manual for Healing. Why I named it God's Manual for Healing? Because history of Ayurveda says that Ayurveda is this ancient science. It came from heaven. When humans were created, when the earth was created, when the whole universe was created, God created this universe, and he also created a manual. He also created Ayurveda along with that. And in that manual, he mentioned all the principles of nature, principle of how to preserve this whole universe. The Ayurvedic science is not only for the humans, it is for everything in the universe. All the laws are mentioned, how it works, how this machine works, how this universe works, how our body works. So the principles of energies, Vata, Pitta and Kapha, the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air and space, everything is mentioned, and how we are related. I have compiled that in my book, in a small book. So you can read that and you will learn a lot of food items also. And about the other question, that is a concept called molecular mimicry. If one molecule is resembling our organ or our tissue, and that molecule is dangerous to our body, then our immune system will get activated. In any way, if it is not resembling, or even if it is resembling or not resembling, it doesn't matter. Any molecule comes, or a virus or a bacteria comes in our body, our immune system attacks that bacteria. For example, if any bacteria comes, our immune system attacks that bacteria. But if that bacteria or virus or a molecule, if the shape and the contour of that bacteria resembles our skin cells, how our immune cells, they will differentiate. They will attack that bacteria also, and they will also attack our skin cells. So that is called molecular mimicry concept. That concept is called molecular mimicry. And in Ayurveda, it is explained very, very elaborately that how these molecules they are formed. They are formed in the gut because of the when they are not properly metabolized, when they are not properly cooked by our digestive fire. So the uncooked molecules or half molecules, they travel into our blood, and then our immune system reacts to it. That leads. So a lot of people, they are having bad eating habits. That is the cause of autoimmune disorders.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for attending.
Okay, Pooja has a question. Pooja, go ahead, please.
My question is that can someone take Ayurvedic medicines for more than one problem at a time?
Yes. You can take a lot of Ayurvedic medicines together, depending upon the Prakriti and depending upon the potency of Ayurvedic medicines. For example, if you are suffering from If somebody is suffering from rheumatoid arthritis, is having coldness in the body, then we give heating herbs like ginger and gugul and turmeric, which are anti-inflammatory and heating. So if we give something cooling, then the pain will aggravate. So we have to be careful. We should know about the disease, which doshas are involved in the disease. So according to those doshas or those elements, we give the herbs. So multiple herbs can be given together to balance the three doshas or balance to take care of the disease.
So they don't interact with each other and cause side effect?
Even the food is interacting with each other. This is what I am talking about. The food which we are eating is interacting with each other to cause very big problems. How the herbs cannot interact? If we eat one cooling herb and another heating herb and another sour herb and another sweet herb, it can interact. And if your disease is something else. So if your food is also interacting and you are consuming incompatible food, so similarly, the herbs should also be compatible with each other.
So do you suggest medicines for multiple problems, and do you have those medicines here in Toronto?
Yes, I have the herbs in Toronto, and I think I have a distributor there. Everything is there at my website. I have a few products also registered with Health Canada. I have a distributor in Edmonton and distributor in Vancouver also. So I have distributors in USA also. So the products are registered with Health Canada and the list is available at my website. So if you are looking for consultations, I have a team of doctors also, about 15-20 doctors are there in my office, and they are also doing the online consultations. You can go to the website, book an appointment, take a video consultation. They can recommend you diet and your lifestyle modifications as well as some herbs if required.
And then we can would be available, right? Like those herbs.
If they are not available, we can deliver them to you within 4 days.
I heard about some other medicines like Bedrinath, Chandraprabhavati, and like similar, a lot of other medicines that my parents used to take, like my father used to take in the past. And I heard that those are very effective. So are you like talking about those kind of medicine, or is it something different?
It's the Ayurvedic Chandraprabhavati is classical Ayurvedic medicine. So classical means ancient, which is mentioned in the ancient books. Those are called classical Ayurvedic medicines. So I'm talking about the classical Ayurvedic medicine as well as the modern proprietary Ayurvedic medicines. Modern proprietary Ayurvedic medicines are those like which are made by the modern pharmaceuticals or modern doctors like me. If I make a product, blend a product, that is called proprietary product. That is called my blend. So classical blends are those blends like Chandraprabhavati, they are called classical blends. They are mentioned in the ancient books like Charak Samhita, which was written about 2,500 years ago. Charak Samhita is a textbook of Ayurveda, which was written about 2,500 years ago. And there are so many ancient textbooks. And we have read all those textbooks. Sushrut Samhita, the father of surgery is known as Sushrut. Even now, he used to do surgeries like 2,500 years ago. So he even in modern day surgery, he is known as father of surgery. So those Sushrut Samhita is an ancient text, and all the procedures in those texts are mentioned. They are called ancient or they are called classical. So we have classical formulations or classical medicines like Chandraprabhavati, which you have told that your father used to consume. It's excellent for weakness, for diabetes, for such problems.
I think it worked for back pain too, I heard. But
It works for back
does
pain
somebody
because it
have to take it for years to see the effect?
no. It is a misconception that it works in years. It can work in 2 days, 1 day, instantly. Just like as I told you, that just take some turmeric and ginger and some chilies and you will know that it works. Similarly, if a dosage or a medicine is given or a herb combination is given in proper format, in proper dosage, it works quickly.
And I heard that some other medicine like Dashmula Risht and Saraswata Risht for like memory, concentration, weakness. I don't know exactly how much they are effective. But do you have these medicine if somebody want to? And do you recommend how to take much duration?
That's very good that you're asking such questions. Dashmula Risht. Dashmula Risht. Risht means wine.
Actually, I don't have much idea about the details, but I heard from
But
my mother.
the classical products, the name of the classical products.
Yeah.
Any arist or asav is prepared like a wine, like alcohol. Any arist, asav, arist, these are classical preparation explained in ancient Ayurvedic books. The shmula, dash means 10, mula means roots. In Sanskrit language, dash means 10 and mula means roots. So roots of 10 herbs are there in this preparation. Dash, mula, rist. Rist means wine. So these 10 herbs, the root of these 10 herbs, they are prepared like a wine for months. And the fermentation is done just like wine is made with grapes and with jaggery.
And what
So
about Saraswata Risht? That is also similar thing?
That Saraswata, Dashmula Risht is good for the body pains, for Vata imbalance. And the Saraswata Risht is good for memory. It has another herb. Dashmula has 10 moves and 10 roots. And Saraswata Risht has another herb called Vacha or Acorus calamus. Latin name of that herb is Acorus calamus. So
do we need to understand all these things, or we can just know what the purpose of the medicine and we can start consuming the medicine?
I would recommend when the doctors are available, why not consult with the doctor? It is better to discuss your problem in detail with the doctors. Nowadays, as I told you, my doctors are available online. You can go to the website, book an appointment, talk to them, and they will guide you. Why to take the Shmula Rest or any other product without discussing?
You mentioned that your appointments are already booked for next 2 months, right?
You don't have to discuss with me, but you can discuss with my team. If you want my appointment, you can go to the website and you can take an appointment. But it will take some time. I have very serious patients.
Okay, maybe is there a phone number? I'm asking for a friend. Maybe I can pass on the phone number.
You can give my website to them, planetayurveda.com.
Planetayurveda.com.
Yes, that's it. www.planetayurveda.com.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
All right. So any other, I think.
Janar and Mel still have question. I think Janar has been up, his hands are up for a long time. So Janar, you can go ahead and then we can take Mel's question.
Yeah, hi, Dr. Vikram, and thanks for the session. It was really informative.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have like few questions. Like I have been having some Ayurvedic medicines since like 2018, 2017. Like I was having Triphala, like basically I was there in Middle East for like 3 years. So I used to have Triphala at that time. And even after coming to Canada, I started having it. But recently I was having some like heartburns and like what you were telling, like the burnings in the esophagus. Like, so is it like because my body composition is changing from a kapha to a maybe a pitta or something? So maybe because there is like a there is like a fire, and then I'm still trying to increase it. Like, is that the reason for that?
No, the body composition doesn't change. The body constitution doesn't change. From birth till death, it stays the same. You are a Pitta Kapha person, you will stay Pitta Kapha person.
Okay. Because
Rather,
what I thought is it's according to the weather also, right? Because sometimes with the weather, like our body.
This is what I was telling you. The weather, it affects our body. It affects our three doshas. Then there can be change in the Vikriti. Vikriti means imbalance. Prakriti means the basic constitution. Your basic constitution remains the same forever. The elements which you are born with, they stay the same forever. But according to your food you eat, the people you live with, the thoughts you have, the place you live, and all these environmental factors, they can cause the imbalance in your doshas, and they can cause the vikriti or the imbalance. So now in UAE, there is a heat, the weather is different. And then the pitta comes out. It stays in balanced state because of the sweating. And in Canada, there is hardly any sweating. So the pitta aggravates. Moreover, in Canada, the food and lifestyle, people consume a lot of food which is heating in nature. They consume wines, they consume cheese and some vinegar, non-vegetarian food, such things. So they can also cause that kind of. Moreover, the eating habits must have changed. You may not have noticed that.
Of course, yeah.
So that is such causes are there, and you're not getting any fruits which are there in the way.
Yeah.
Different food. There are a lot of watery fruits. People consume a lot of watermelon there. Consume a lot of coconut water there, fresh coconut water. So in Canada, those things, whether you notice or whether you don't notice, you will remember that whenever you used to go to any supermarket, you would consume some fruit or something like that. In UAE, but in Canada,
even the food habits, as you said, like it changes a lot, because even the same food, like I usually have like Indian vegetarian food, but again, like what's been available like in that country and what's available here is like way different.
Where in Middle East you were?
UAE.
In Dubai.
Yeah, I was in Sharjah and Abu Dhabi.
Sharjah. Yeah. I know how it is there in Sharjah and Dubai.
Yeah. And the thing is, I usually eat from out. Like I have different services which deliver food. So I know like there is an imbalance in the nutrients that I take, like all that is there. So that's why I started having a dose of Triphala. Like within 2-3 weeks, I stopped because I felt like my body was deteriorating more than benefiting from the medicine. Like maybe because of the lifestyle and food habits.
Maybe sometime Triphala, there are a lot of companies there making Triphala. You know, there are commercial people, they are making Triphala. There are doctors making Triphala. There is difference.
Yeah.
So they won't put in the 3 fruits. They will put only 1 fruit or 2 fruits in that.
Okay.
So that makes a lot of difference who is preparing that medicine and what are their standards. So it is very important to take proper medicine from a proper company.
Okay. And do you recommend fasting? Because what I have started noticing is like because of the unhealthy eating habits and like the difference in eating schedule and all, at times I do feel uneasy. Like at times I feel like I'm not eating when my stomach is hungry, and like at times like I eat too much when I'm not hungry. So I was thinking of fasting. Like how effective is fasting in like
Fasting
maintaining
is
the.
fasting is like when you're it is mentioned in Ayurveda, if you are not feeding your fire, it will burn your toxins at first place. It will eat up the toxins. So whatever the imbalances or the diseases are accumulating in your body, the fasting will burn it at day one. And if you're still not eating food, then the fasting will take up the tissues. So fasting is important. Then the fasting will take up the fats. And the third stage, the fasting will start eating the muscles and so on and so on. So it is better to fast at least once in a week to restore the balance of these toxins. All the toxins are eaten up or digested or burnt by our fires. We have 13 types of fires in our body.
Mhm.
Number one is digestive fire, and that is of prime importance. All others are tissue-related fires
Mhm.
and other fires. So there are 13 types of fires. So they are light up if we are fasting. Our BMR increases, our way of digesting the toxins increases. So we get rid of the diseases by fasting. So once in a week, fasting is important. Fruit fast is also recommended. If you are not able to fast, if you are a Vata person, you can handle the fasting good because you are a Kapha person, Pitta Kapha. If somebody is Vata, it will be difficult. So they can have fruit fast.
Okay.
I'm planning to do 40 days of fasting. not the typical without food, but I was just thinking, what can I replace most of the things that I eat? Maybe fruits are the best way to go. Like with one
Fruit
meal.
fasting, fruit fasting you can do.
Yeah, because I'm Vata Kapha. So I think that I'm Vata Kapha because also another reason, not just because one doctor told me, Ayurvedic doctor, but by looking at my face, but I think that there's one reason I feel that I have a very bad tendency of putting on weight pretty fast if I eat junk food. I see that my friends in my childhood would not put on so much weight; they would eat same amount of junk food as me. So I had that tendency, but then I saw that I also have an equal tendency to lose it fast. If I like, a lot of people struggle with losing also. Like I've seen one of my friends, she had thyroid problem when she was even a kid, and
Because of the age also. The age also plays an important role. So because you are still young and that your basic metabolic rate is fast, and that can also be a factor when you are not facing any difficulty in losing weight.
but I
So
saw my friend in my childhood, she had problem losing, but I've seen that if for me, I've not had problem ever losing it, but I also have no problem gaining it. So I think that maybe that I probably have both Vata and Kapha constituent because I
but
don't.
in any case, I won't recommend you junk food for
I will
gaining
not
weight.
eat junk food. No, I try to eat as healthy now as I can. I don't even buy processed food.
Because junk food and processed food, they can cause these generation of these molecules, as I told you. It's not about gaining or losing weight. It's about imbalance also.
Yeah,
Generation
no.
of unhealthy molecules, which can lead to this autoimmune disorders and so many other disorders.
Junk food is totally out. In fact, now I even like cook in the old style, like, clay pot, mud pot. I'm becoming very, very trying to be very healthy.
I think they want to ask some questions.
Melanie.
Dr. Chauhan, I
Yeah.
had one last thing.
I just, oh, sorry. You have one more?
Sorry. So I was just like you were telling about the food combinations that is leading to these autoimmune disease, combining like milk products like cheese and milk stuff like that, and cheese and tomato. I think you mentioned some things like that. So, but I think these combinations have become like a new norm, right? Because if you see, like, if you take a burger, like which is usually had in a country like Canada, like they do have like you have cheese and you have for salad they put like cucumber and like tomato and like all those things.
The pizza is
So
filled with tomato sauce.
yeah.
That's why
So
that's why I told you about these combinations, because they have become very much prevalent and they are very common, and that's why the diseases are also very common. They're getting
so
very
could you
common.
recommend some? Yeah, I'm sorry. Could you
I
recommend
would,
some combinations, like the usual combinations which is being done, like so that at least we can try avoiding them
just avoid anything sour in taste. Anything sour like lemons, oranges, and tomatoes with the milk products.
Mhm.
That's it. That
Okay.
is going to help you a lot in this to understand. So just whenever you are eating this, you can ask if you are eating what do you call that, toast or some sandwich. You can ask. You can remove the tomatoes or the cheese. One thing from that at least.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Thanks.
And don't drink something, some citrus juice or citrus drink. You can have some tea, some green tea or some other tea, some tulsi tea or some herbal tea or masala tea without milk, or even with milk also. It's okay. No problem.
Okay.
With the food, it should be hot. The food should be warm or hot. Anything you drink or consume with the food should be at room temperature or hot, not cold. Because anything cold you consume with the food, it will going to reduce the digestive fire.
Okay.
Like milk, you said with tea is okay, but if people do drink, like vegetarian people, if they drink milk, then milk, I have heard in Ayurveda that it is also contradictory to salt and it should be separated from meals because it's a whole meal in itself. So it will not digest if we take it very close to the meal.
I'm not talking about the tea with the milk and with the meal. I'm talking about if you want to drink some tea, it is preferred that you drink masala tea or something without milk. Or even if you want to consume it with milk, it should be away from the meal, not with the meal. If you want to consume something with your meal, it has to be some herbal
So I just
tea
had
with
another question.
warm.
Yeah,
Yes.
Melanie.
Sorry, we started late and I have another meeting. So I just have another very quick question, a general question about kapha and the heating herbs. So usually I avoid cooking with fresh garlic. Is garlic a heating herb for kapha or is it an irritant?
Garlic is heating for kapha. Yes, it is heating.
So I should leave it in.
Yeah, garlic has so many things associated with it. Garlic in Ayurveda, it is used for kapha disorders and vata disorders. But garlic is also said in Vedic literature as a tamasic herb, not good for the mind, not good for the thoughts. So So you should keep that in mind also. But good for the digestive system, good for the physical body, for the kapha, for digesting the food. So garlic and onion, they are
Okay, thank you.
considered not good for the mind, for the thought.
So in small
Okay.
quantity.
In small quantity, it's okay for the digestive system. Every Indian household is using garlic and onion to cook their food. Garlic, onion, turmeric, ginger, all these are, and cumin and black pepper. Okay, so I think
I think in small quantity, if you use it like a medicine, like if you eat to live, then you don't need to consume it that it affects your mind. So everything in a balance and the quantity, like if you take medicine, then you take it in the medicinal quantity.
Mhm.
there are many religious organizations in India who don't recommend garlic and onion to eat. I think we can take one more question and then we can close it.
How
Can I
many?
just ask a small question? We live in
Yes.
a very, very, very cold city, and I love the cold. And I hike a lot in the mountains in the cold. But having a non-vegetarian, having a vegetarian diet and doing that, I find it challenging. So can you recommend some protein or something for very active people in the cold that are vegetarian?
There are many vegetarian animals which are living in the cold. So we are also animals, beautiful animals created by God. So you don't have to be worried about that you are a vegetarian or a you are not eating meat, and that is not making you any weaker or anything, that our immune system is not down because of that. You can consume all the lentils, pulses and cereals, legumes, peas, soya beans, kidney beans, and chickpeas, black grams, all such things. And greens. Greens are also rich in protein, like spinach. So these black grams and white grams, chickpeas and soya bean also. This they are also, and kidney beans.
The
All
kidney.
these are rich. Kidney
I've
beans. You can make sprouts of the lentils, moong dal, or the other pulses. You can make sprouts
I was just
and
thinking that
grams.
sprouts, like you said, even my aunt said that sprouts is very ideal for people who exercise a lot, especially kids, growing kids, because
Yeah.
because sprouts sometimes could be hard for digestion for kapha people who sit a lot and don't do, but like for exercising people, I've heard mung beans has more protein than chickpeas also, and the black chickpeas is a food for horses, and they run so fast. So, so they make the sprouts with mung bean, which is high in protein, with black chickpeas. And sprouts retain a lot of your everything inside there because you're not cooking it too much. So for people who exercise, I think they can digest it faster than sitting people who sit a lot. So I really feel Dr. Chauhan, what he's saying
And the
is
horses naturally don't eat black grams or black chickpeas. Horses naturally consume only grass. But men put them to work. Men put the horses to work, and men are using them to carry their load. And that's why they are feeding them these black grams to give them extra protein. So they are they are given extra protein, like in the form of this black gram. So you can also, since you are hiking, you are walking, and you're doing exercising. You are not like a normal horse, you are like a hiking horse.
Thank you I very much. I didn't know about the sprouts because I can't digest soya or anything. So I was looking for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you can eat sprouts. It's good.
Black chickpeas is very, very good. I don't eat it because I don't exercise so much, so it doesn't digest so fast. But people who are exercising, I think, like I've heard that black chickpeas is so energy giving, like for growing children, the sprouts of
And
the
make
little
soup
black.
also. She can make soup also of that. Soup.
Yeah, you can make soup of it also. That's just, I think that's one amazing thing that you told her. The sprouts.
All right. So we'll have some other topic next time. So I take a leave for now.
So maybe next topic we can cover some other disease. Anybody has a preference that they want to hear next time? Liver cirrhosis, IBS, ulcerative colitis, because Dr. Chauhan has tons of wisdom on everything. He can heal anything. Diabetes.
I think next time I will also promote it. Maybe we should have at least 30 people, 25 or 30.
Yeah. No, I was also, I also need to promote a little more. I think I also was pretty last moment on the promotion. So I need to promote it a lot more than this time. This time, I think I slacked a little bit, but I'm glad that at least those who came, they are return people, they are coming back and again. And that really shows that, that Dr. Chauhan's wisdom is well appreciated in the community and people want to return. That means a lot to me, that I am, whatever I'm trying to organize, it's like people are finding it helpful to come back to it. So I'm very grateful to everybody for that. And I think for next time, I don't know, because last time Dr. Chauhan said he'll speak on autoimmune disease. So I was just trying to figure out for next month what topic we should choose. If anybody has a suggestion, then please go ahead and say.
What about Ayurvedic medicine and proper sleep, or good sleep, or enough sleep? Something to do with sleep and how Ayurvedic medicine can enhance a good night's sleep.
Sleep is a very good topic.
That's great. I concur.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, apart from sleep, yes, that was actually a good suggestion, and I would like to add to it, apart from sleep, there are some way of living, right? As she said, sleep is one thing, and then
Lifestyle.
I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's kind of like a way of life.
We should focus on the topic sleep, because sleep is a very big topic. We can
and that will cover.
We have so many topics, so sleep is a very good topic. We'll discuss that next time.
I think that will be great. So next topic will be Ayurveda and sleep and lifestyle. So it covers everything that people want to hear. So next time,
I think lifestyle is a very common topic, and it's a vast topic. Sleep is a very specific, because everybody is looking to sleep and they are not getting enough sleep. So we should make it very simple and precise. Sleep, Ayurveda and sleep. That's it.
Great.
Better.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody, for being here with us.
Thanks so much.
Dr. Chauhan.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll share the recording as soon as I put it online. Thank you.
Thanks.
Dr. Chauhan.
Thanks, Gauri.
प्लैनेट आयुर्वेदा एक ऐसा प्लैनेट जहां मिलता है हेल्थ का बेनिफिट। प्रॉब्लम कोई भी हो, सॉल्यूशन सिर्फ एक। प्लैनेट आयुर्वेदा नॉर्थ इंडिया का बेस्ट क्लिनिक, जहां MD आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर्स की टीम आपकी हर हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन देने के लिए तैयार है। अभी कंसल्ट करें planetayurveda.com।